Lone Survivor is a psychological horror game about a crazy guy. The game is an amazing feat since it is both good and made entirely by one person, a rare couple. Alas, it's not without its faults. The graphical style is a retro parfait, a work of phantasmagorical pixelated art with a capital AR and a Q. What I'm trying to convey with this excessive hyperbole is that it's impressive. Unfortunately, the style has some issues with recognizability. The same character standing up and sitting down is unrecognizable at first. The only way to see the similarities is if you were to be told they were the same. Additionally, the detail of the backgrounds and the items suffered, as is the drawback of the medium. Furthermore, it was a somewhat poor choice of medium for the genre, as it does eventually detract from the horror of the game. However, Jasper Bryan executed the style exceedingly well to have inspired fear in the first place. This brings me to my next complaint, which is that the horror actually runs out. As you can imagine, in a horror game, this is somewhat detrimental. The game does not solely rely on the graphics, as the horror does not entirely disappear, instead remaining in intermittent trickles, but it does evaporate from the Great River, encompassing most of the game. What I mean by this overindulgent metaphor is that the standard monsters and trials quickly lose their fright aspect, especially after you gain the ability to be permanently rid of them with just a few bullets, especially as the bullets are practically endless. Additionally, the lack of variance in concern to the types of enemies contributed to the deterioration of the fear quality. Although it's true that the standard enemy develops a face laser and it should be terrifying, but it's not because somehow your boring old handgun kicks its ass. What kind of logic is that? The gameplay is very simple. You explore your fucked up nightmare world, solving puzzles and shooting things. The control handlings are so-so. Not fluid, but not jaw-droppingly bad. The puzzles aren't particularly hard either. The only difficulty evolves from the lack of information, necessitating assumption. And assumption makes an ass out of you. The true strong point of the game is its story. The driving force behind the play is a desire to know just what the fuck is going on. You probably wouldn't find out in your first playthrough, and you straight up wouldn't find out if you made the logical choice to kill the creepy monstrosities. Regardless, the mystery and the strange and frightening interactions with the various NPCs produces an interesting and enveloping phagocyte-like story that will trap your proverbial bacterial attention with its long tendrils of justice. The other fundamental point of strength would be the music, also made by Jasper Bryan. It matches the scene well and creates a brilliant atmosphere. For me, it had no downsides. Ultimately, I would call Lone Survivor a good game, but it falls somewhat shy of greatness on a grand scale. It's great at what it is, but what it is weird. I would give it one baby elephant named Dumbolini the Wonder Bear out of 500 half-full packs of chewing gum. Thanks for watching. Likes, favorites, and subscriptions are appreciated, and be sure to recommend the game.